Alright, hey everybody. So, episode 3, we're gonna go through your basic setup, which we need to do in Twitch, and we are gonna checking your bandwidth, which is available to you for streaming from your system to the next best Twitch server. And this is a very important step, of course, because if you do not have the bandwidth, you cannot really stream. That's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're gonna talk a little about the things you can change to even stream on a smaller bandwidth, but eventually you will have to figure out how much bandwidth you have available and if it is suitable for streaming, and if yes, how suitable is it, how on which quality can you actually stream. So let's get into it. We're gonna start at the Twitch homepage. And there's two very important settings and one very important warning, which we're gonna talk about. Alright, opening my browser here and bringing it over to what I am recording right now. Here we are. Okay, so this is the Twitch homepage. I'm already in some of these menus, so it might look something like this for you. Maybe you are on the Stream Manager when you open your Twitch homepage. It might be looking something like this if you open your Twitch, or maybe you're on some other channel. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna navigate you to the place we want to go. So if you are here or somewhere else, just click on your icon in your avatar on your profile picture in the top right and go to, for example, create a dashboard or video producer. It really doesn't matter. Right? So then you land here, and where you want to go is settings, stream, and this is where we want to be right now. So now the important warning first: never ever show this number here, which is currently hidden, to anybody but yourself, especially if you are live. This is like your credit card number for your Twitch account. Everybody who has this number, who has this key, can stream directly onto your channel, basically in your name, right? So never show this to anybody. You can copy it. You can. And sometimes you have to copy it to allow, for example, OBS to stream to your account, or to stream from some other sources. But you never want to share this with anybody but yourself, and that's about that. So that is the important warning right out of the way here. Then the two important settings we want to set here, and these are maybe by default off, maybe Twitch has changed how things work for new users, but we want to make sure that these things are turned on. And the first one is store past broadcasts. So that means whenever you stop your stream, the broadcast is basically being saved on the Twitch homepage for up to 14 days. If you do not turn this on, the second you end your stream is gone. Right? Like everything you recorded is gonna, only people who are live there can see what you're broadcasting, and it will be lost forever afterwards immediately. Alright? So you most likely want to turn this on. Alright? You probably, and this is a decision I leave up to you, but you would probably also want to say always publish VODs. That means if you're doing a cast of a game, for example, and you stop your stream, the teams can then go immediately after your stream is stopped. They can go to your channel and watch the game they just played. Most teams appreciate that, so consider turning that one on. The next one, and some will roll their eyes here, I know it, but turn mature content on. Right, so this tutorial is aimed at people who have never done any streaming before, and that means you most likely have no clue what to do to make your stream actually appropriate for younger audiences. Because you do not know that, you should consider your stream not being appropriate for younger audiences, right? So turn it on. Even if you are a nice person, I have it on. I know some of these things I have to do to make my stream appropriate for younger audiences, but I also know that in the wild life of a HotS player, things can happen which are not appropriate for younger audiences. So I just turn this thing on and have ease of mind, right? Once you are through the tutorial, we're going to talk about some of these things you can do to make your channel child safe. But once you are done through all of that, you can decide for yourself if you want to turn it off or if you don't want to turn it off. I myself have it on, and you should turn it on right now because right now you don't have any clue what you're doing. Okay, so enough about that. This is the only thing we're gonna do on the Twitch homepage. The next thing is testing your bandwidth to Twitch servers. And for that, there is this tool over here. I'm gonna put the link into the accompanying document, which is in the video description. So there's a document which lists all the things we are doing, like all the episode's contents, and there's links to everything we talk about, right? And this is one of the things we talk about, so we will find a link to this homepage in the video description in this document. So this is a simple tool to test your bandwidth to different Twitch servers. And this is for Windows. There's probably something similar for Mac. I am not using Mac, so I don't know. But you can probably find something similar. So you download this for Windows. It's a simple zip file. You can just unpack it, and then there is an executable in there, which you just start. So if you do that, so here's the executable. Starting that thing, it will look something like this, just like we saw on the screenshot before. Okay, let me get everything out in the background here so that you are not distracted. Alright, here we are. So, and this is one of the places where you put in your key, right? And again, don't show this key to anybody. So you know now where the key is. Go there, copy the key, put it in here. Now, set TCP window size to automatic OBS. I'm actually not even sure if I have copied the key in here yet, so I'm just gonna do this right now. So it's copied, and here I'm just gonna paste it in like that. Alright, so if you are in Europe, you want to select Europe. If you are North America, you select North America, and so on, right? Test duration, you actually want to go into a minute here. Alright, 1 minute is enough. You don't need 2 minutes or anything more, but 10 seconds is too short. Okay, so by selecting North America, this is selecting all the servers in North America. So it's just a convenient way for pre-selection. If you know already that you are pretty far away from Mexico, like I am, then you can, for example, deselect Mexico. If you are living somewhere in the southern states, or if you're living in Mexico, you obviously want to turn this on. You maybe want to turn off Canada. That's totally fine. But there's also no harm in just testing all of them, really. It just takes longer. So this is really all what you do, and then you just hit start. And then what this tool is doing, it is connecting to different Twitch servers, which are located at all these different locations. And it will figure out how good is your bandwidth to that server. And it will do this over a whole minute because you want like a stable connection over a long time period. You don't want like 10 seconds of a good connection and then most of the time a bad connection, right? So this is why we are testing for 1 minute. And this will take long. It will take 1 minute at minimum for each of these servers, right? So we're gonna just let this run, and you can actually do this and just jump to the next episode and let this run in the background. It says that you should not be using your internet connection. I think that's nonsense. because when you are streaming, when you are gaming, you are using your internet connection usually, right? So you just do your normal things, right? While you are letting this test running through. Just don't go and like download 1 terabyte of data from Steam or something like that, or have a Zoom call with your family in the meantime. That would really impact what's going on here. But just do your normal things. Watching a YouTube video is fine. Browsing is fine. Continuing through this tutorial is totally fine. Just keep going with normal stuff. And see you in the next one.